Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi kids, welcome back again with me, Miss Dewi. Today we're gonna learn back into our math year 3. We're gonna talk about multiplying by 10, 100, and 1000. Let's take a look. Now, multiplying by 10, 100, and 1000. We start with the multiplying by 10. If 7 times 10, it becomes 70. So there are 7 times of 10 becoming 70. 9 times 10 equals 90. So there are 9 of 10. 10 times 10 it is 100. So there are 10 times 10. Now, the multiplying by 10. A quick way to multiply by 7 is by adding 1 0 to the number. Example, 7 times 10. It means 7, you add with 1 0. Because 10 has 1 0 on it. 9 times 10. It means 9, you add 1 0. Now 10 times 10. It means you put 10 here and then put 1 0 here. So it becomes 100. 12 times 10 means you write down 12 and add with 1 0 here. That's the quick way to multiply. Now let's practice. 48 times 10. What should you do? Write 48 and then add 1 0. How many? 480. Very good. 60 times 10. It means you write down 60 and add 1 more 0. Right? 135 times 10. It means you write down 125 and add 1 0. It becomes 1350. 503 times 0. It means you write down 503, you add with 1 0. Become 5030. And then 229 times 0. It means you write 229, you add with 1 0. Becoming 2290. Easy, right? Let's take a look. Find the missing number. So 8. How many you will need to multiply if the result becoming 80? Remember 1 0? It belongs to 10. Yes, 22 becoming 220. How many 0 it adds? 1. So it means multiply with 10 too. Now, how many times 10? That is becoming 5280. You just need to cross the 0 from the 10. So it becoming 528. Very good. Now, how many times 10 becoming 7460? What should you do? Just cross the 0 here. So it is 746. Get it? Okay, now 148 times 10. What should you do? Yes, write down 148. You add 1 0. It becomes 1418. Very easy, right? Now, multiplying by 100 or 1000. 100 or 1000. 5 times 100, it is 500. You just need to add 2 0 because 100 has 2 0. So this is 5/5 of hundreds. 12 times 100. Just write down 12 and add with 2 0. It becomes 1200. Now, 5 times 1000. It means you write down 5 and add with 3 0 because 1000 have 3 0 on it. So the result is 5000. Now 7 times 100. You write down 7 and you add with 3 0 because 1000 has 3 0. So it becomes 7000. Now let's practice. So A quick way to multiply by 100, I means this 100, is by adding 2 0 on it. 6 times 100, it means you write 6 and you add 2 0 here. 8 times 100, it means you write down 8 and then you put 2 0 here, becoming 800. 11 times 100, you write down 11 and move the 2 0 on it. 29 times 100, so you write down 29 and move the 0 here. Really easy, right? Don't get tricked. So let's practice. 2 times 100, you write down 2 and add with how many 0? Correct, you add with 2 0 because 100 has 2 0, so it becomes 200. 98 times 100, so you write down 98, you add with 2 0, becoming 9,800. 70 times 100, so you write down 70, you add with 2 0, become 7,000. 8 times 100, you write down A, add with 3 0, becoming 800. 98 times 1,000, you just write down 98 and add with how many 0? 3, so it becomes 98,000. Okay, now let's continue. Find the missing number. 8 times how many, becoming 800? How many 0 it adds? 2. So what is the result? 800. Very well. 22. If we want to know becoming 20,000, how many 0 they add? 3. So we need multiply with the one which has 3 0. It means 1,000. Very good. Now, how many we need to multiply with 100, becoming 90? So we cross how many 0? 2 0. So we cross 2 0 from here. So it becoming 90. Now, how many times 100? 1,000 become 10,000. So we need to cross how many 0? 3 here, 3 here. So the rest is 10. Very well. Now 213 times 100. What should you do? You will write down 230. You add with how many 0? 2. So it becoming 21,300. That's rough. Pretty easy, right? Work harder than you think you did yesterday. Chayo, I love you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.